Hello students, how are you all? Welcome back to the channel. Students, you already know in the last few lectures we had discussed about the heterotrophic plants, isn't it? And that topic had been completed. So today we will do the last topic of the chapter, that is how nutrients get replenished into the soil. That is given on page number 17. So open page number 17. How nutrients get replenished into the soil. How nutrients get replenished into the soil. Okay, so let us see. Pay attention in your textbook. Page number is 17. Okay, topic name is how nutrients get replenished into the soil. Okay, pay attention students. Plants use the mineral nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium present in the soil for their growth. As a result, the amount of nutrients in the soil decreases over a period of time as more and more crops are grown in it. In order to replenish these nutrients, farmers apply fertilizers and manures periodically to the soil. Manure, what is manure? Manure is a rich source of organic matter called humus and certain nutrients whereas fertilizers are chemical substances which are rich in one or more nutrients. So underline that. What is manure? Manure is rich source of organic matter called humus and certain nutrients, whereas fertilizers are chemical substances rich in one or more nutrients. Nitrogen fixation is the natural method by which soil nitrogen can be replenished. Recall the symbiotic relationship between rhizobium and leguminous plants. Rhizobium converts atmospheric nitrogen into forms that can be used by leguminous plants. Farmers therefore grow plants such as beans and peas alternately with other crops in order to replenish the nitrogen content of the soil. Students, this in short we have already seen earlier. I have already explained to you. Once again I am repeating students what the thing is about. Students, whatever the plants are grown in the field, for the growth of the plant, plant require nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. And for nitrogen, P for phosphorus and K for potassium. So for the growth of plant require these three things: nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These three things plant take it from soil. These three nutrients, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, the plants absorb from the soil. When the plant receive these things, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium from the soil for the growth, at that time what will happen? Decrease in the amount of this nutrients in the soil will take place. Decrease in nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium will take place in the soil. Why? Because plant is using that thing, no? प्लांट इज यूजिंग दैट थिंग नाइट्रोजन फॉस्फोरस एंड पोटेशियम फ्रॉम द सॉइल, तो सॉइल के अंदर जो है नाइट्रोजन फॉस्फोरस और पोटेशियम की क्या हो जाएगी, कमी हो जाएगी, रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो इसीलिए उसके सॉल्यूशन के लिए फार्मर्स जो हैं मैन्योर्स यूज करेंगे और फर्टिलाइजर्स यूज करेंगे, ताकि जो भी नाइट्रोजन फॉस्फोरस पोटेशियम और दूसरे न्यूट्रिएंट्स की सॉइल के अंदर कमी हो गई है वो फुलफिल हो जाए। टू फुलफिल the scarcity of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and other nutrients in the soil, to fulfill that gap, what are added? Manures and fertilizers are sprayed in the soil. Okay, you know what is manure? Manure is having a organic matter. In short, it is made up of organic thing, organic matter such as, okay, and that organic matter is known as humus, and it also contains other nutrients. Isn't it? So with organic matters, it also contains other nutrients, so it is a manure. Now talking about the fertilizer, fertilizer is chemically prepared. It contains two or many nutrients. It is a chemically prepared it contains two or more nutrients. Okay, so this is difference between manure and fertilizer. Manure is a natural thing, and how we prepare manure, that also I have explained you in the last lectures, isn't it? So this is how the deficiency or the whatever the reduction has been take place inside the soil of whether it is a nutrients, whether it is a nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Okay, so this whole scarcity has been fulfilled by manures and fertilizers, isn't it? So this is how it get replenished. Now talking about the nitrogen, students, I have already explained you that nitrogen is present so I have explained to you, students, nitrogen is present 78% in air, isn't it? But that nitrogen can't be directly used by the plants. So this nitrogen is converted into usable form for plants. For plants by rhizobium bacteria. Now this students, this rhizobium bacteria is present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. Okay, so this rhizobium bacteria that is present in the root nodules of leguminous plants means pea, beans, these all are leguminous plants. So in the root nodules of this leguminous plants, bacteria rhizobium is present. It will convert atmospheric nitrogen into usable form, and that usable form is used by the plants. So this is how the scarcity of nitrogen is fulfilled, and this whole process is known as nitrogen fixation. Okay, I hope this is clear to you how nitrogen is converted into usable form. So it is with the help of the bacteria rhizobium. And you know the relationship is known as symbiotic relationship, because the plant will give food to nutrition to rhizobium, and rhizobium will give nitrogen to plant. So both are having mutually benefited, both the plant also is benefited and rhizobium bacteria is also benefited. So that's why such relationship is known as symbiosis. Okay, symbiotic relationship. Okay, that we have already discussed. So with this the chapter is over here. Now we will see the exercise. Okay students, we will do first of all let's learn exercise. Okay. Okay, so let's answer page number 14. Okay students, page number 14 let's answer is given to you. I am writing here the answers for you. Question A, only one question is there only. First one, the answer is true. With that you to write the statement also. So statement towards it will be all organisms are either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Second one, answer is false. Statement is, statement towards it is only green area of leaf will carry out photosynthesis. Isn't it? Now third one is answer is true. True. Statement is the byproduct of photosynthesis is starch, which turns, which turns blue black with iodine. Fourth one is, students, I am repeating also, whatever I am writing here I am speaking, so you can write with me. Fourth one is false. Statement is, chlorophyll absorbs light energy from the sun. Chlorophyll absorbs light energy from the sun. Okay students, write down this much. I am giving you 2 minutes. Either you can take a screenshot and then you can write letter also. Okay, 2 minutes I am giving to you students. Okay students, now fifth one. So fifth one is false. Phloem transports food produced in the leaves. Phloem transports food produced in the leaves through the stem to all other plant parts. In the leaves, through the stem to all plant parts. Okay, phloem transports food produced in the leaves through the stem to all plant parts. Now exercise we are doing. In that question A, first one is A, chlorophyll. Second is A, option A, starch. Third is option B, oxygen. Fourth is B, engine pipe. And fifth is B, that is peas. Okay, students, note it down. Okay, students, now exercise question B. In that first one, nutrition, N-U-T-R-I-T-I-O-N, nutrition. Second is chlorophyll. Third is phloem. Fourth is parasitic. Fifth is insectivorous. Sixth is symbiotic. Okay, now students, last that is question C. Question C, first is autotrophs. Second is saprophytic plants. Third is symbiosis. And fourth is fertilizers. Okay, students, note it down till here. Okay, students, now students, question answer I will give you in the form of PDF. Okay, from that you can note it down in your fair book, isn't it? One another thing I have not told you. See, format, how will you write in the fair book? Format I am giving to you. So first of all, you will write let's answer questions. ओके, लेट्स आंसर वाले जो क्वेश्चन है पहले वो लिखोगे आप फेयर बुक के अंदर, फिर आप लिखोगे एक्सरसाइज, सॉरी, फर्स्ट यू विल राइट अ कीवर्ड्स. Keywords are given to you now in textbook, that you will write. Then you will write let's answer. Then you will write exercise. And at last you will write summary. See, for example, summary in your textbook is given here only, page number 18. Summary, and this is the keywords. Keywords are asked in the form of it are a type of definition only. So in exam it can be asked in definitions. So then at the last you will write summary. So this format you have to follow throughout the year regarding साइंस फेयर बुक. ओके, साइंस फेयर बुक में इस तरीके से आप लिखोगे, पहले कीवर्ड्स लिखोगे, फिर लेट्स आंसर वाले क्वेश्चन, फिर एक्सरसाइज और फिर समरी. ओके, तो एक्सरसाइज जो है मैं PDF फॉर्म में आपको भेज दूंगी. ओके, सो इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल स्टार्ट विद द न्यू चैप्टर नंबर 3. सो रीड एंड कम, and if you are having any queries, any doubts, then ask me when you are sending the homework. Okay, and do your homework regularly. Okay, till then, bye, take care.